The Japanese black pine. Pinus thunbergi. The Japanese black pine is an evergreen, coniferous species of tree that grows to mature heights of 125 feet or 40 meters tall in its native range, with a trunk up to 40 to 80 inches or 1 to 2 meters in diameter, measured at breast height, often seen divided in the wide, dense, dome-shaped or flattened crown. The bark is dark gray in color, scaly, and is fissured. The tree is native to the Japanese coastlines, except Hokkaido and South Korea. It is the dominant pine from the coast to about 3,300 feet or 1,000 meters elevation, where the climate is warm, temperate and moist. Because of its resistance to pollution and salt, it is a popular horticultural tree. In Japan, it is widely used as a garden tree, both trained as Nawaki and untrained growing as an overstory tree. It is often widely used to make bonsai due to its special ability, inducing a second flush of new growth and improved ramification in a single growing season. Unlike most pines, which are single flush plants, the Japanese black pine can be induced to produce new buds at the base of each spring candle by simply cutting the candles at the base as they elongate, a technique called decandling. This technique will result in the flush of multiple new buds at the base of the cut candle. Each of these new buds will result in turn in new candles and branches. How to grow Japanese black pine. Collect the mature brown pine cones in fall, and remove the pine seeds from a cone and soak them in water for 24 hours. Since the seeds have no dormancy, you can sow them after soaking. When sowing, cover the seeds with a couple of millimeters of soil or vermiculite. Follow with a gentle watering and keep them at room temperature. Germination will begin within 10 to 14 days of sowing. The seedlings are reasonably robust and trouble-free and usually grow to a height of between 3 and 10 centimeters in the first growing season, depending on the sowing date and cultural techniques. Developing seedlings should be fine in full sun, keep them well watered and free of competing weeds. Growth will accelerate in the second and subsequent years, and the developing young trees should be repotted as necessary, preferably during the dormant season. After perhaps 2 or 3 years they are ready to be planted in their permanent position. This species will grow very large, very rapidly, so plant it well away from buildings and power lines. Where to grow Japanese black pine. The Japanese black pine grows best in USDA zones 5 to 9, and sunset garden zones 3 to 12, and 14 to 24. The pine grows to a much shorter height in cultivation. Tree may grow slower and is less attractive in very hot, humid climates.